Okay, so this is a little bit of getting rid of libido, or libidic energy. So I've been feeling this anxiety recently. In the past, I don't know, week or so, I would have to say it's been this anxiety problem, and it's a confluence of sources, right? Like I mean, it's my coffee habits. Like I mean, I stopped drinking coffee for a while, and I felt kind of normal. But sometimes I do go for the occasional coffee, and I drink an extra large, and then maybe sometimes a medium after that. It doesn't make sense that I drink that much because I really do get this coffee anxiety thing going, and it really is kind of it really does change my entire mood. But at the same time, it's very invigorating. So, and I'm sure if you drink a lot of coffee, you know that. Um, Anyway, so it brought to light the whole thing about anxiety, and I do suffer from anxiety just naturally, even without the coffee. But the coffee kind of heightens it, like you feel these like physiological changes, like your heartbeat and things like that. So it does heighten everything. But I do tend to have problems with anxiety, so it kind of leads into like the way I interact with people. I don't interact with people face to face, especially strangers that much. I mean, I could go to a coffee shop and sit there and just basically like read the news and stuff, and that's fine. And that sometimes I find there's a bit of latitude in sitting in settings like that where there's people around, but you feel like this latitude as opposed to being in your room, because I rent a room, but as opposed to being in a room where it's comfortable, you can lie down or whatever, but you still feel this like enclosed kind of feeling, like you feel like this, like not trapped, but you still feel like this enclosed feeling. Um, and conversations at coffee shops can be kind of interesting sometimes. Um, so why am I bringing all of this up? Well, you know, content on Spiralvent is largely by far, from magazines and newspapers and things like that. And I don't generate a lot of original content. So I mean, in a lot of ways, especially the Facebook page, it's mainly, if you look at it from an original content perspective, it's a video channel. So where I post these videos, I mean, this is as original as it gets. Um, and I think you know where I'm going with this, but it's crucial. It's absolutely crucial that I do post those news stories and those magazine articles, because they act as evidence. Like, they really do act as evidence of where my opinions come from when I make these videos. And while I wish I could create more original content, and it is so exhausting. I have this idea in mind for, a short blog post about Jehovah's Witness pamphlet that I saw in the laundromat somewhere. I have an idea about, writing up a thing about it. But it takes a lot of energy, a lot of energy. So, I'm gonna try to create more content, but the thing is, the news articles and the magazine articles aren't gonna stop, because without having like this sort of like active person-to-person engagement with religious folks, I don't have much else to offer in the way of why I think the way I do. And I know we live in the era of fake news and all of that stuff, but I do believe the news to be pretty accurate representations of the way people think. I mean, and like I said in the previous video, I've been looking out for the term atheism on Google, and I do find that there's a lot of counter arguments that come up when it comes to atheism, being against atheism. So yeah, the news articles aren't really ever going to dry up or stop, because that's, as much as it's not my content. And I try to write like a little Facebook post about the article. It's never crazily in depth, and maybe it's in depth on second thought. But yeah, I mean, the news is never going to dry up. So yeah, that's my video, and that's it. Okay, bye.